Now, it's easy to be criticized for taking pot shots at a politician over, let's say, their personality or their approach to things or whatever it may be. However, I don't think it's unfair to criticize a politician for the results. And after all, isn't that what we measure them by? That's what we have to take a look at. What kind of results did the politician, leader, effectively garner? I don't have a love affair with any politician. I don't admire them or think they're amazing people. I just look at the results. Do they get the results that the people are asking for? Did the people get what they essentially paid for in electing this individual? Now, this got me to thinking about our housing shortage and our late Prime Minister, our Justin Trudeau, who ran our country. Now, again, I'm not here to do a personal attack on the man. I just want to see what his policies, the results of his policies, what impact did they have on our country. Therefore, I decided to do a bit of a deep dive using AI into this to see how well or how successful was Justin Trudeau. Let's begin. In the year 2000, Canada had a population of 30.7 million people. Flash forward to today, we're sitting at 41.5 million. That's roughly a 10.8 million person increase in the population. Obviously, we know that when we have this kind of explosive population growth, it's going to result in shortages of things. And the number one shortage is typically going to be housing. Now, obviously, we can't put this all at the feet of Justin Trudeau. So I took a look through and I looked at it kind of year by year to see what we were at and where we were at as far as housing, population, everything else. Therefore, starting with the year 2000 as a baseline, we had 30.7 million people, as I stated, and we had 13.2 million housing units. That would be a combination of condos, could be townhomes, could be mobiles, whatever, single family, detached, duplexes, you name it. 13.2 million. All right. Now, from 2000 to 2005, we were sitting at 32.3 million population and 14 million residential units. So the population went up 800,000 and the number of units also went up 800,000. Sounds like kind of a wash to me. Now, in the year that Justin Trudeau came and took power in 2015, our population was sitting at 36 million and we had 15.7 million units. Therefore, we had a 5.3 million person increase in our population. However, our housing stock only went up by 2.5 million. Some experts, some people would say that's a clue. Something is lagging here. We've got a problem, Houston. What should we do? Now, our Prime Minister, well, he had kind of an open borders approach. Let's see how successful that was. By the year 2025, when he finally left, we had 41.7 million people living in the country. That was an increase of 11 million from the year 2000, so from that period. And by now, we had a housing stock of 17.55 million houses. In other words, now we were 4.35 million houses short. So in his tenure, immigration just in his 10 years went up 5.7 million, and the housing stock was under 2 million. So basically, our problem mushroomed and ballooned. When he left office, we were 4.35 million housing units short. Big problem. I don't know. Seems kind of large to me. How would we correct this problem, folks? How can it be corrected? And what can we put at the feet of what the main cause of the problem was? We can't blame it on the subprime meltdown because that was 2008. We can look at it and say, was it COVID? I don't know. I mean, that would have resulted in, if everything were correct, a decrease in the population, but we kept going up and up and up. So we have more people living here and with less homes. How do we solve it? Well, we certainly are not going to be able to go to Katy Perry concerts and solve it that way. We're going to have to do some hard decisions. Number one, probably shut down the borders. We have to. We have to have immigration come to a halt. Because even if we had immigration totally stop, to build 4.35 million units is a daunting task, a huge, momentous task. That's not going to be a problem we're easily going to solve, if honestly ever. Because politicians aren't motivated by that, because they're just not motivated to solve problems. And the reason for that is because most people don't pay a lot of attention to the problem or quantify it. That's why I want you to have that ammunition to work with. So when one of your leftist friends says Justin Trudeau did an amazing job, you can say, did he? Did he really? Let's leave personality aside. How much of a mess did he leave us with post his 10 years in power? What position were we in? And I forget the person, forget the COVID, forget all the other stuff, forget his other policies on transgenderism, all that other stuff. I'm just even looking at the economic, stupid. Let's just focus on that. Just on that sheer amount alone. When he took office, we were short 2.5 million housing units. When he left, we were short 4.35 million units. Significant. That's a significant amount of change, relatively speaking. So, I don't know. Is the jury out on him? Not for me, it isn't.